30 days, 1,000 cold emails, and $0 in pipeline. That was my first real cold email campaign. I followed every piece of advice on YouTube and lost an entire month for nothing. And then I figured out exactly why it failed. In this video, I'll show you the 5 mistakes that killed my campaigns and the exact fix for each one. Mistake number 3 is especially relevant in 2026 and one that most people get wrong. So stay tuned for it. Okay, so mistake number 1. This is the one that most people seem to get wrong, and that is having too much volume in your inboxes. Most people will blast about hundreds or even thousands of cold emails under one domain. You cannot do this. Google and Outlook will immediately view this as spammy activity and ensure that all your future emails land in the spam folder. No matter how strong your cold emails are, they will not generate results if they don't land in the primary inbox. So this is especially important with regards to Google and Outlook because both of these providers have implemented hyper stringent rules to catch spammers and cold emailers. So your number one priority here is to make sure that you get all of your emails, or as many as you can, into the primary inbox. So the way that you want to do it is, if we go over here, you want to buy multiple different domains, and under each domain you want to buy 2 email inboxes, and within each one of those email inboxes you want to spread the volume across. So with each inbox you first want to send out 5 emails per week. And then on week 2, you can incrementally increase that volume to 10 emails per inbox. And then by week 3, you can increase that to 15 emails per inbox. It's really important that you buy only one domain to manage 2 inboxes. You know, if you want to go really fast and hard with the volume, they need to buy more domains and more inboxes. But if you go past 15 emails per inbox, or more than 2 inboxes per domain, then there's a high likelihood that you will land in spam. Okay, so mistake number 2, not having a soft CTA. One of the biggest errors you can make in cold email is to ask the recipient to hop on a call in your first email. Doing so will radically decrease your chances of any successful cold email campaign. So if you think about it, at the first point of contact, people don't know who you are, and they do not have the time of day usually to kind of investigate who you are and what your offer is. And even if you have a really strong cold email, they're not ready to jump on a call. It's too high friction. Instead, your goal in the first email is to ask for or to elicit a response. And the best way that you can do it is to have a soft CTA. When I say soft CTA, do not ask them to jump on a call. It is too high commitment. Instead, as I've said previously, your number one goal is to elicit a positive response in the first email. I will re-emphasize this. Nobody will jump on a call with you at the first point of contact. When you can create some sort of conversation going in the following emails, you have a window of opportunity to, prove that you can offer value and, instill a little bit of trust, and then you can ask for a call. So instead of asking for a call in the first email, use a number of different soft CTAs. So remember, we're aiming for something that is low commitment. You only want to elicit a positive response and make it easy for them to say yes. Doing so will facilitate the conversation and give you more opportunities to earn their trust. So some soft CTAs you can use would be, mind if I send more info? Would this be something that you're interested in? Want me to send over a case study of how I managed to generate X results? You can play around with these different CTAs, but the one that I found that tends to be the most effective is, mind if I send more info? And then once you get into a conversation with them, then you can ask for the call. The third mistake that I found that's especially relevant in today's climate is using AI to write your copy. AI can absolutely improve your copy in cold emails, but if you give it no training, it will spit out generic, mundane copy that fails to emotionally resonate with your leads. What's more, your copy will sound more like it was written by AI, and there is no better way to deter prospects from doing business with you. Instead, you need to build a strong understanding of effective copy and use AI to give it an extra 10% lift in quality. So when we have a look at AI, we'll have a look at an example of an email that was written by AI. There's a lot of signals here that immediately scream that is written by AI. The first one is the most common one, which is easy to spot from a mile away, which is the double dash. I hope this email finds you well. That's a very generic opener that AI will use. AI will also tend to use, it will tend to lean on a range of different words that it loves using, like robust. And then if you use kind of generic language like sustainable growth, unlocking is another one, unlocking your business's true potential. Another one that I've seen is cutting edge. This screams AI, it's very mundane and generic. It really means nothing as well. And this is another one that's really, really AI. We don't view ourselves as just another vendor. We see ourselves as an extension of your team. So AI loves to do this. AI loves to say, we are not X, we are Y. It is not X, it is Y. You'll see this dozens of times when you look at when you type something into ChatGPT and it gives out a response. So we can distill this down to kind of 8 red flags of AI copy. The double dash, I wanted to reach out, anything that's kind of generic in that, in an opener, it's not X, it's Y. Move the needle is another one. AI loves saying phrases like move the needle. There's another one that talks about, it will say systems don't talk to each other, something slipped through the cracks. These are really common AI phrases. AI buzzwords, delve, leverage, unlock. So yeah, there's a whole range of different red flags that scream AI copy. Instead, you want to use AI to write the base of your email, and then you need to look at it through your own pair of eyes and basically kind of give the copy a good polish to make it sound a lot more human. Mistake number 4, no compelling offer. So the most important part of your cold email is the offer in itself. What value can you provide to people? What value can you provide to recipients? When somebody opens your email, you have less than a couple of seconds to create a great first impression, and the best way to do that is to basically cut straight to the chase and tell them what your offer is. So businesses face challenges. They are always looking for ways to solve those challenges to move closer to their overarching goals. Your job is to help them solve the specific challenges they're facing in a way that generates more revenue. Most businesses fail at cold email because they don't communicate the value of their services or how it can help the recipient make more money. Instead of being clear and direct, most businesses use fluffy language that tiptoes around a direct pitch based out of fear of coming across as too salesy, which ultimately leaves the recipient feeling confused. This is a huge one. When people send cold emails, they're almost apprehensive to put forward their offer because they don't want to come across as a salesman or being too salesy or selling something. But when you are doing cold email, that is exactly what you're doing. So own it and make sure that your offer is compelling. Here are some examples of cold emails that I've received that exemplify this. So I received this cold email here. We can offer Harry access to revolving credit up to $600,000 without any personal guarantees or hard credit pulls. I have no idea what this offer is, what relevance it has to me, or what value it can basically provide me. So immediately I'm going to disqualify this cold email. Hi Harry, we are getting close to the 6-month mark of working with one of your competitors for our SEO approach. Well, number one, which competitor are you referring to? And they're killing it in the rankings. We'd be thrilled to assist you. We're a 500 person plus powerhouse agency. That's the agency of record for companies like Procter & Gamble, Again, I have no idea what they're pitching me. What is their offer? What value are you providing me? Are you pitching SEO services? If you are pitching SEO services, what exactly are you offering? Are you going to guarantee some sort of SEO boost or rankings for some of the pages on my website? I have no idea. So instead, I've been left confused and I've disregarded this email. Here's another one. Hi Harry, we help marketing teams that want practical AI inside their existing workflow. Using ClickUp Brain, they create campaign briefs, draft content, and summarize launches from their own source of truth. Most teams report saving about a full day per week per marketer. Again, I have no idea what they're talking about. This is just confusing. I have no idea what value they're offering, and I'm just going to immediately disregard this email. So, you need to have a strong offer. I've talked about this in my previous email, but a high level overview of what constitutes as a strong offer is to have some sort of quantifiable outcome, a time frame of which you can guarantee the result, and a guarantee if you cannot fulfill on the promise. So a good offer, as an example, would be something like, we'll book you 15 to 25 qualified meetings in 90 days or you don't pay. Immediately the recipient will understand what it is I'm pitching them and how it can benefit them. So This is arguably the most important part of your cold email. And then mistake number 5, not testing your scripts. When you've constructed an offer, you need to, number 1, see if it appeals to the market. Number 2, find out the best messaging that delivers that offer. So you can have an offer, but you need to find a way that it makes it land. Like, you need to think how you can make what script can make it emotionally resonate best with the recipient. Using only one script will not give you those answers. You won't know if it's your offer, your messaging, or both that needs to change. So you need to test multiple different scripts. Okay, so you need to test at least 3 different scripts. So think of 3 different angles to pitch your offer in, and then send them out with your cold email provider, whether that's Instantly or Smart Lead. Monitor the positive response rate, and the script that has the most amount of positive responses, dive deeper into that script. Once you found the winning script, just keep split testing that script from those different angles and go deeper and deeper and deeper. This is hugely important, and you just keep on iterating and you'll amplify the results quite significantly. Okay, so just as a recap, the 5 biggest mistakes that I've seen is that number 1, sending too much volume across those inboxes. You want to make sure that you have one domain with 2 inboxes with each domain, and sending out a maximum of 15 emails from each one of those inboxes. If you want more volume, just buy more domains. The second one is, having a soft CTA. You need to have one. This is absolutely mandatory. This is a non-negotiable. Never ever ask for a meeting on the first call. Instead, use a soft CTA like, mind if I send over more info, to facilitate the conversation, and then you can go in for the kill and ask for the meeting. Number 3, use AI intelligently. Use AI to help write the script to begin with, but make sure you give it a good polish and eliminate any of the signals that would suggest that it is written by AI. If there are any suspicions that it's written by AI, you're immediately going to you go off on the wrong foot. Number 4, this is the most important one of a cold email. I've gone into a lot of detail in the last video. You need to have an offer. Creating a strong offer is the most important part of your cold email. So make sure that it's specific, you have a guarantee, and it has a time frame behind it as well. And then number 5, just keep testing those scripts until you find the winning one, and then just keep iterating on the winning script. Okay, that's the end of the video. If you found this useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments section below. If you want any more information about how I could help you write your cold emails, or if you're struggling with cold email scripts yourself, just reach out to info@stackedmarketing.co.uk, or just reach out to me on this platform. I'll see you in the next video.